All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, Yeshua, if you want to use his Hebrew name. Hope everyone's doing super well. Shout out to Tom. Indeed, I voted for Biden. I love me some Biden. I love him. I like to eat him. I like to smell him. He smells great. He tastes great. As usual, guys, if we can get 750 likes during the stream, we'll be giving away $500. Wow. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to Remy. Shout out to Joe Biden, who just read full stop after a sentence. Doesn't he do that all the time? Shout out to Crypto Pump It in the house. We will be live momentarily, guys. Shout out to Radar Apologetics, getting super political up in here, man. All right, y'all, we are live, and my screen is black, so let me see if I can fix this here. Well, there's me, Pikachu hat. Yeah, we're going straight Pikachu hat, shirtless Pikachu hat, Jason Casper, for this stream. Shout out to Crypto Face, by the way. Let's see if I can get my screen to work. Aha! It works. All right, man. Today's the day, guys. I hope everyone's super excited for the FOMC news that's coming out. Pump it, Powell. I guess, I don't know, there's some rate hikes and all this cool stuff that people talk about in the news. But we don't care about that stuff because we are Bitcoin traders, right? We just want some volatility. We want some dang volatility, okay? And as you guys can see, I am in a schlong position right now. I did just take a little long scalp from the VWAP right here. As you can see, had a limit order set there. And I don't know how much we're going to get here. Just took a little scalp from it, but I'm still short. I've been short for 3 days. This is the third day that I'm short. Just kind of adding to it whenever we get a good opportunity and just taking profits out along the way. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to your mom's new friend. Yeah, 2 hours and 52 minutes until the news, guys. Shout out to Donkey Kong CF, who's not trading today. That's a good way to do it. Are we going short in the 2 p.m.? We're going to talk about it, guys, because here's the thing. We might, I don't know, if we get another pump, there are some juicy areas where I am looking to short. All right. Make sure to like the video, guys. Make sure to, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this on Twitter. If everyone can go retweet the stream, maybe we'll be able to get 750 likes. Then we'll be able to do the $500 giveaway, which I've been trying to do for a long time. So go follow me on Twitter at Jason_Casper. Retweet the stream. Call up your aunt. Tell her, hey, come on in. Come on in. The water's great over here in the Jason Casper live stream. All right. So let's get into this analysis, guys. Let's get into it because I'm excited. If you can't tell, I'm very excited. I love volatility. I love trading Bitcoins, and so we've had some interesting price action throughout the past few days here, and we can see that we are still down at these lows. Right, we put in this low on September 6th, a very juicy trade. I mean, it was a very juicy trade for me, at least, because it was one that I had been waiting for. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be the exact bottom, right? I thought it was going to be the bottom. I thought we were going to get a move back up to the 25K area, and there was good reason to think that at the time, and I actually did. It was a good trade, even though it did get stopped out in profit. It was still a good trade, and that is, of course, one of the trades that we had been looking at over in the VIP Discord. So we were looking for taking that long from 18,555 with bullish divs on all these time frames. We pretty much had divs on the 4-hour and down. And then what happened was we came up to the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement, and we had something happen. What happened? We had FO? I don't know. What did we have? Some kind of news last week too. Right, we're always getting all this news, and as we were coming up to that Fibonacci golden pocket retracement, we saw the very scary, if you're a hodler and you like to buy high, the very scary upside down uneven butt cheek pattern on the 4-hour market Cipher B, where our good friend, who's a party girl at the club, she gets a little wild. She likes to hang upside down from the rafters on the ceiling, right? Big, huge left cheek, skinny little right cheek. How did she get like that? It's her dance moves, guys. She does this one-legged dance where she only uses her left leg, and it causes the left glute to get very large and the right glute to be very small into key resistance. Boom! We came down, and then what happened was this, right? We actually did bounce off of a level that my friend Boyan gave in the VIP Discord. It was a 4-hour level of support that we put in right here. We got to bounce perfectly from that level. And what we did actually, if we take a look at this in hindsight, is we came down and we put in another drive of bullish divergence on the 4-hour. And the reason why this is so interesting here is because, well, we can actually pull it like this. The reason why this is so interesting is because, in a way, this could be slightly bullish. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. We came down, we took out the low, and then we immediately came back inside of the value area of this massive range that we've been trading here. Okay, so I'm going to turn off all these lines right here. And this blue line, right, this is the level that is very, very important. As long as Bitcoin can stay above the blue level of 18.9K, there's still hope for more upside here, okay? And not only did we come back inside the value area, but we got a retest of the value area. And not only that, but if we go down to an even lower time frame here, we can see that we got a retest of the value area, confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket, right? Now, this was the key area support, one of the major key areas of support that we were looking at yesterday over in the VIP Discord. If we go to the analysis that I post every day over here, yesterday, let's see, where was that yesterday? Right here, right? Key level of support. We had the macro value area low. We had the Fibonacci golden pocket. We also had a level of support there around 18,775. Now, sadly, guys, sadly, okay, this is a sad story on behalf of Jason Casper. I longed from here, and then I added a lot to my trade right here. And it was so much, it basically put my entry right here, right? Because it was a very small position that I had from here, because I longed a CVD divergence and I didn't want to risk a lot. So I took a lot of profit out, added a lot right here at the first hit of the golden pocket. And then I moved my stop loss to my entry. Okay. And then I got stopped out. Now, the reason I bring this up is because people say this. People are like, Jason always preaches to put his stop loss to his entry, but he never talks about getting wicked out and then price keeps going in his direction. Well, it happened to me yesterday, guys. Okay? It was a very, very sad story. All right? It was a sad story. But that's okay. That's okay. It happens, right? It happens. But my point is we've come down to support. We have gotten now a retest of this key area, right? And it's not only is it the golden pocket, but it's also, right, the value area low of this macro range here. And if anybody's unaware of the significance of this, this is establishing for us the fair value of the asset for the past now. Wow, what month is it now? September? 3 months almost? Fair value of Bitcoin for 3 months, okay? When we come to the bottom, we always should be looking for a move up. When we come to the top, we always should be looking for a move down, right? So honestly, I have to say that on the 4-hour time frame, this does not look too bearish to me. I even have to say that on the daily time frame, this does not look that bearish to me. We had a bullish divergence on the daily time frame, and now we're getting a trigger wave on the daily time frame. We are confirming support, okay? And today, what makes it so crazy is we have this news coming out, okay? What is going to happen? Well, let's discuss, guys. Let's discuss. First of all, we have some very, very key areas of resistance above us where if we get a pump as this news comes out, because here's the thing about news, all right? Let's be frank here, all right? Here's the thing about news, okay? Make sure to like the video, by the way. News like this creates volatility. It causes fast moves. It causes people to get wrecked because they're in these markets with no plan. But something else about this news is if we have a plan in advance, then we can be prepared and the trades that we're planning for might play out much, much faster. I can't tell you how many times, if you watch, I think the last time FOMC happened, I scalped live on here. I made like tons of money in a very short period of time because all the trades kept playing out. Boom, 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 boom. Support, resistance, bounces, butt cheeks everywhere. Butt cheeks flying up and down, trading and driving, smelling real good, super healthy, okay? So we need to be prepared right now for the areas that are key. So right now, one of the most key areas, and we're going to get into some altcoins too if we have time here, but one of the most key areas right now is going to be this 19.8, okay? This is because this is that high volume node, right? When we are looking at our value area, the major areas obviously are going to be the lows and the highs, right? But the center point is also very, very key, right? Watch this. If we just look at the evolution of this value area over time, right? Back in these days here, look at this, right? Wait, I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. Is that wrong? Yeah, I was wrong. We front ran that level, didn't we? We front ran it. Yeah, never mind, guys. See, I was trying to do an illustration, try and do something educational, and it turns out, guys, I have no idea what I'm talking about. So make sure not to take any of this as financial advice, right? This is definitely not financial advice. I am definitely not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. I don't know a thing I'm talking about. But if I did know what I was talking about, I would say that this high volume node is going to be our next major area of resistance. So if we start to pump like crazy, we need to be looking at our indicators here. Notice something, okay? We have 2 hours. If we just move around here for 2 hours and don't do much, right? Or if we come down a little bit more and get another little bounce from somewhere, when we're coming up to this key area of resistance, we need to watch and see if our friend is hanging upside down from the rafters again, right? She's had a few too many, right? She has a stressful job. She likes to unwind at the club, hang upside down from the rafters at night. That's just how she rolls, okay? But here's the thing. all good parties have to come to an end, right? And when we see that she is hanging upside down from the rafters, look, I don't mean this in any offense, right? Okay, I myself, being a transgender, transracial, trans incel lesbian, I know what it's like to have people shame me, okay? Even though I myself identify as a hero for being so brave to tell you about how I identify. But let's be honest here. Will she be able to hold herself up by her legs for long enough? No, she won't. Okay, the muscular imbalances are too much. There's going to need to be a correction. And so if we see the uneven butt cheek pattern, as we come up to this key area of resistance, we can expect a correction. And the correction usually happens with a drop, okay? Imagine her just drop a poof, coming down there, okay? This is the first key area of resistance that we have on the chart that we need to be aware of. Not only that, okay? Not only that, but check this out. If we take the Fibonacci retracement tool from this little high we had here to the low, I want you to notice that we also recently rejected from this golden pocket right here, okay? This golden pocket right here. This was a short that I took. I'm actually still technically in that short. This was another short we took here because of also the Fibonacci golden pocket. I mean, these golden pockets have been respected, man. They've been respected, right? Short. These were two trades that we did give over in the VIP Discord, by the way, on Monday, I think it was. When was that, Monday? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to post this, actually. What day was Monday? Was it what day was Monday? This was the juicy trade that we took. What day? Let's see. Where were those two shorts? Where were they? It was from the VIP live stream. Here they were. Right? Both of these shorts played out very nicely. And so, but notice this, right? We came up here, but we never actually hit that 0.65. That's the first thing. And secondly, we have such a major area of resistance just above that. So imagine all the people who are short, including myself, who have their stop losses above here, right? Who are going to get stop on the zoop, right? Could be really, really nice, right? Could be really, really nice. Let me make myself a little bit smaller here. So that's the first major thing that we need to be aware of. Now, here's the thing. When the news comes out, we might get a Darth Maul candle. We might just get a 1 minute candle go zoop, right? Everyone's going, oh my goodness, we're going to go to the moon, 100K right now, right? Everyone's longing up here. Guess what? That will make for a very juicy short, especially if, as I was saying, our good friend is hanging upside down and Dolores is at the diner with the uneven butt cheeks, upside down, of course. Because that's where the Benjamins are, right? Where's the tip money go? Not in the left cheek, in the right cheek, especially if we're coming to a key level and market cipher B is giving us those juicy divergences, right? See, there's two types of traders in this world. There's this kind of guy, right? He's drinking his coffee, right? He's smoking his cigarette. He looks real sad. You know why? Because he doesn't understand the uneven butt cheek technique, right? After he eats breakfast here, he has to go back to his 9 to 5 that he hates, right? Because he doesn't know how to make money on the uneven cheeks. But this guy, look at him, smiling, smoking a big old fat cigar. You know why? Because look at where he's looking. Follow his eyes. Coming in right here, right? Right where he knows where the money is, right? Okay, so we have to be prepared for that. That's one thing. Now, there's other things that I'm looking for, at least potentially, to the upside, which is this. Okay? We do have above us also some juicy resistances. Now look at this. Okay, check this out. We had a pretty clear level of resistance right about here. This zone, actually, we could even draw a little box, right? Okay, I'm going to draw a box here so it makes me look like I know what I'm talking about, right? There we go, right? It makes me look real smart. We're drawing boxes, you know, talking about prices and charts, you know. So we had this really key area of support resistance right here. It was, I mean, and we could even take this back farther, right? It was resistance, support, 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 flipped into resistance, and then again flipped into resistance. And this is going to be a very key area for a number of reasons. Number one, we have, imagine all the liquidity that can be grabbed if we take out these highs here, right? There's probably a lot of people short, myself included, who have their stop losses above this area. Now, I don't have my stop losses above this area, but there is liquidity to be grabbed there. And if we are going to put in and maintain like a bearish market structure, let's say, because we have to look at this and understand that there's the potential that this was the high, right? Now we put in a low, we put in a lower high, we've put in a lower low. Now we're going to put in a lower high and now a lower low, right? This is very, very possible and a scenario we need to be prepared for. And so this is such a nice area for a chickens drinking water, which is essentially a liquidity grab. We come up, stop everyone out so that the larger players can fill up bigger positions, and then we come in to make a lower low, in which case we would be targeting down to like this low or lower, right? Could make a pretty good potential trade right there. Obviously we have to be careful because if we come above this level, boom, very fast move to the upside right here, right? Smooth move down, smooth move back up. But that is something that we need to be prepared for. It's something that I understand can happen, but I would actually like to potentially just reject from here. That would be super, super nice, right? So those are the two levels I'm looking at locally, at least to the upside here, to prepare for more downside if we get another pump. Now, if we come down, this is where it gets a little bit complicated here, right? It does get a little bit complicated here, and here's why, right? Let's go down to a lower time frame and see what's hanging. What's hanging on down here? We already know that we came down to key support, right? The 4-hour level at this bottom here. And we know that we've gotten a retest of the Fibonacci golden pocket last night. And so if we're going to drop from here, this actually starts to look pretty bearish, right? Because we have not been able to put in a higher high after getting the Fibonacci golden pocket bounce, right? We have not been able to get that higher high. So there's a few things we could do. I mean, we could look to potentially get a retracement down to this golden pocket here and look at this whole thing as one move, right? Low, high, higher, low, to target that higher high where we're going to start to be looking for shorts. That is one thing that we could do, right? But if we start to lose this, it's not looking too bullish. So I don't really know. I don't have as juicy of plans really to get long unless we come much, much lower. But I do think that a retest of this support here is still a viable option to look for a long trade down here at around the 18.7 to 19K area. And the reason is because, right, we can look at this as a potential sideways range where we're basically just looking for shorts at the high, right? Because our first short idea technically is coming up to the high and then looking for longs at the low down here, right? Which is something that I would absolutely be looking for. But other than that, if we start to come back down here and we're losing the golden pocket, then I would be looking down lower. I think we could actually lose this range to the downside, lose this macro range to the downside, and then we're looking pretty low. Like we're looking pretty dang low, and that's because we don't have much support coming in. Let me just see something. Okay. We really don't have much support coming in on these higher term time frames, especially not on the weekly, until we are coming back down to that 10 to 13K zone, right? That 10 to 13K zone where it's right down here, right? Put some lines down here, like 10K to, it depends on how we want to look at this, but something like this down here. We could draw a little box. This would be next major support. And so if we're going to get another big move to the downside on the corn and lose that range, then I would be looking down to this green box. Now, we have to take a look at a few things as well. The dollar, okay, right now is looking pretty bullish because we had this key level here, this 110-point level, And we have officially broken out above that now. This actually was a resistance going all the way back to 2002. If we go to the weekly time frame and we look all the way back to 2002, I don't know what I was talking about here, guys, but I got some weird stuff on the chart, right? We had this key area of resistance all the way back here from June of 2002. And now that we're above this level, we don't really have much resistance above us till we get to like the 120 area. And we're looking at those 2001 highs, which is very, very interesting because of the major geopolitical events that took place in 2001. It's just interesting to look at how the dollar performed, at least on paper, from 2001 to 2008. We all know what happened in 2008. And then, you know, we got the this high right here, the March 2020. It's just interesting to go back. Now I'm just babbling. I'm thinking out loud, but I'm not really telling you what I'm thinking. But yeah, if we can stay above this level, we don't really have much resistance for quite some time. Also, SPX today, guys, we did gap to the upside when we opened, right? We closed our candle at 38.55, and then we got a gap to the upside. So if we close the gap today, after this news comes out, that's at least, you know, another 0.5% to the downside. So if the dollar's pumping and SPX is dumping, guys, that is not the most bullish thing for the corn, right? That is really not the most bullish thing for the corn. Let me check out this this trade that I'm in here. All right. Let's check it out. Did we hit the fib? Yeah, we hit the fib. Yeah, we hit that fib. This thing will probably get stopped out in profit. That's okay. That's okay. See, I want to hold it open just in case of that FOMO pump, but I've got my stop loss now a little bit above the entry, so, you know, let's see. Let's see what will happen here. Let's see what will happen. If nothing else, it's a little $100 win, you know. Okay, so that's kind of the general vibe of these markets, guys. I mean, overall, you know, to sum everything up, I would say I would sum everything that I just set up in 3 words. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. But what we do know is we know where we're looking for our trades, right? We know the key areas of support. We know the key areas of resistance. And that is what is going to allow us to take advantage of this volatility, whether to the upside or to the downside. And by the way, if you want to learn this stuff, guys, you can check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, because it teaches you how to make a plan like this so that you can say, where am I looking for a trade? And what am I looking on Market Cipher B? Or maybe I'm looking at an order flow chart or something like that to potentially get into a trade, right? Actually, we do have 2 courses. One is at jasoncaspertrading.com. The other one, learn.jasoncaspertrading.com, an advanced course that goes over market, profile, TPO, and order flow. There are discounts in the description of this live stream, and I will also post them in the pinned comment after the stream is over if anybody's interested. Also, if you do want to join the community where we post the TA, potential trade setups, charts that you can import, as well as a thriving group of traders, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Let me pop into the chat here and see what's going on. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Alex says 17K tomorrow. Can we got 17,500 before we talk about 10K? Yeah, Tom. You know, 17,500. Of course we're looking at 17,500. But if we're gonna lose the range, then I think we need to talk about 13K, right? Because just look at how these ranges work, right? Let's go to the daily. These ranges break down, and they have massive follow through, right? I mean, we broke down from this range, and what happened after we broke down from it? We had a 25% drop. We broke down from this range here, and what happened from there? we had a 28% drop. We broke down from this range here, and we got a 33% drop. We broke down from this range here, and we got a 37% drop, right? So when these ranges break, right, we've been getting between 30 and 35% drop. So let's say we break this range. If we get another 30% drop, that's taking us right around to 13K. So that's why I say that, right? It's like, of course, we could hold at 17.5. We could hold there. But, right now, locally, we have to be prepared for that drop because we have the bearish market structure, right? We do have the bearish market structure here. We have the high, we have the low, we have the lower high. We've just put in a lower low. Are we going to put in a lower high? And then, you know what I'm saying? We've seen that happen before. We saw that happen over here, right? We put in our high, our lower high, lower low, lower high, boom, lost the range. We even saw that one happen over here. We put in our high, our low, our lower high, boom, lost the range. So, we just have to be prepared for it. And again, we don't really have much support down below. So, if we're not prepared, then we're going to be caught off guard. And if we're caught off guard, then we're going to be sitting on the sidelines, not profiting on the volatility, right? That's why we're in this game, right? Volatility is the lifeblood of us traders, right? We're not traitors, right? We're not committing treason, right? We're not betraying anybody. You know what I'm saying? But we are traders, right? We care about the volatility. So Alex says 19.6 to 20K short today. Yeah, man, I would love that short today. Vanessa Nieto, what is going on, Vanessa Nieto? Do I think anything about the bull div at the golden pocket? Yeah, I do. So I'm always entertaining the bullish and the bearish scenarios at the same time, right? So I was just giving my bearish scenario. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. But for a bullish scenario, yeah, I do think that this was a nice bottom because we came down to grab all the liquidity here, reclaim the level, back inside the value area, right? Back inside the value area. And not only that, but we have come down, as you say, to the Fibonacci golden pocket for the retest. And we've done so with the, we have a really nice trigger wave on the 4-hour, but on the 12-minute time frame, we did get those uneven 12-minute butt cheeks here. Very, very nice, right? Very, very nice. And I think, did we even get it on the 24-minute? Yeah, we got it on the 24-minute as well. So, yeah, if, I wish I had been long from here. I was long from here and then got stopped out of my entry, which is a bummer. But if I was long from here, I would not be taking profits here. I would be holding at least till, 19.8 is where I'd be looking. And if we can come above 19.8, then that is bullish, and I'd be looking up to the next areas like 21.4 and then 23K. Yeah, why not? Why not look for that? Because really we've just been trading from the low to the high and now back to the low. So this is the place. Just based on support and resistance, this is the place. But that, that doesn't give me a trade entry. It just means if I'm already long, I do have a good case to say I can shoot for some higher targets here. It doesn't give me an entry right here. Not me. I don't know how everyone trades. I don't know what leverage people use. I don't know any of that stuff, But I would say we did get a nice bounce from the VWAP here, right? We did get a nice bounce from the VWAP. Let's actually take a look at a 5-minute chart here. Let's take a look at coinanalyze.net and see if we can get a glimpse into anything that's happening with our order flow. So this is a 5-minute chart here. I would say that I don't really see anything that's screaming at me one way or another right now. Um, I don't see anything that's screaming at me one way or another. We saw a lot of shorts close out on this move up. That's no surprise. We have a few longs opening up right now as we bounce from that golden pocket area. Yeah, we have some long. People are long in this golden pocket here. So, yeah, I did scalp the VWAP as well, and you know, it's a small trade position, so we'll see what happens with it. But if we can start now getting some higher highs, then I will be looking up to that 19, the areas I was already looking at, you know, the 19.6 to 19.8 area being the high volume node of that point of control, you know. I mean the high volume node of the range. But yeah, so the thing about technical analysis is when we're doing large term analysis like this, it doesn't give us trade entries, but it does give us areas where we can look for an entry, and it can also tell us how much longer do we plan to hold our trade for, right? And so, you know, just based on this alone, hey, what happened here? I must have deleted my entire volume profile. Based on this alone right here, right, if we are always looking for longs down when the price action is oversold, meaning below the value area, and also market cipher B is oversold, meaning below that negative 60 line on the 4 hour. This is, I mean, this right here for me is like a swing trade area. You know, that's why I was so dang bullish down here, because we had bullish divergence, market cipher B oversold, price action oversold. We have the same thing right here. The only difference is this one kind of caught me off guard a little bit, because I missed the bottom, and then I got myself stopped out of a long yesterday, in profit though, which is good, but you know, and so I'm not prepared now with the position I want if we are going to pump. You know, I mean, profit is profit, but it would be a bummer if we broke to the upside and I'm here with like a tiny little position. But that's okay, right? Because we'll have retracements that we can add in. We can add to our position if that's the case. If that's the case. How was the 4 hour bull div? You're right, Dusto. I'm sorry, it wasn't a bull div, but it was oversold, and we had a trigger wave on the 4 hour. That's what I meant. Trigger wave on the 4 hour. But this down here, I mean, this thing itself was a 4 hour bullish divergence. So we didn't have a bullish divergence from here to here. We just had an anchor trigger. But from here to the low, we absolutely had 4 hour bullish divergences with money flow getting higher. And, you know, typically when we have a divergence and then that next trigger wave can be kind of juicy for us. So like, for example, like yesterday when we bottomed out, let's take a look at how we bottomed. We bottomed out with the bullish divergence right here, and then that next trigger wave after the divergence gave us a nice move, right? So that 4 hour trigger wave coming in, giving us that potential nice move here. Shout out to Jojo. Shout out to Draco TV. What is a trigger wave? Okay, so a trigger wave is a when you're looking at the momentum waves on market cipher B, it's a wave that's consecutively higher than the wave previous to it, right? So the best types of trigger waves have these big green dots underneath. The best types of trigger waves are the ones that come below the negative 60 line. I'm sorry, anchor waves come below the negative 60 or above the 60. And so if you have a wave that comes above into the overbought or the oversold territory, if now you have another wave printing that's showing direction, that is called a trigger wave. That is called the trigger wave. And the best types of trigger waves are divergences, right? A divergence is just a trigger wave. So if price is making a higher high into key resistance and we see an anchor wave and a trigger wave forming, that's a very, very strong signal to enter into a trade. But if we already have our divergence formed, right? Like let's say we missed the short from up here. The next time we print a trigger wave, it can also make for a short, because the divergences are, the way I like to trade, the divergences are marking the top, and then the trigger waves are giving continuation signals, right? So especially with that money flow, you got to follow the money flow on Market Cipher. But this right here is a top signal. We have the momentum getting lower as the price is getting higher, and this was a key area of resistance, right? It was a key area of resistance. It was this area of resistance, that 19.6K area that we were looking to short on Monday, right? So it wasn't just any old level. It wasn't just any, this was a key level here, okay? And then this was the entry signal. But then this was a trigger wave, and this also would have given us a good entry, a later entry. And the reason is because money flow is still getting lower, and the momentum waves are showing us continued direction here, right? So whenever you see stuff like this, it can make for good entries if you miss the initial entry. And trigger waves are good. If money flow is agreeing, that's actually like really, really good. To help you find an entry, right? So like you could even see, or potentially like this thing right here is a trigger wave on the 12-minute. But for me, this, I wouldn't want to use this as an entry, because I would much rather want to use something like this as an entry or this as an entry, because we want to really see like the money flow starting to cross. Right now, yeah, money flow is getting thicker, but I don't even know what I'm saying. You know what? I don't know what I'm saying. But if you want more information on all this stuff, I do go over Market Cipher in the course, like in extreme detail. I spend 3 or 4 sessions on it, how I use it, because it is a really good indicator. It's actually a really great indicator. It's an amazing indicator. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It really is an amazing indicator. Right? People hate on it because people don't know how to use it, and they got wrecked once, and they're like, man, Market Cipher sucks. But like, if you actually know how to use it, it's a super amazing indicator. It gives you information that you would not be able to get in any other way unless you were like an expert at like reading order flow and all that. And it helps me so much to cut out the noise and just look at some dots and stuff, and it really is good. So, how to use the dual RSI in Market Cipher? The way I use it, I don't know how CryptoFace uses it, right? I don't know, but the way I use it is when the two RSIs are together and they look like one RSI, that is giving me a very strong signal that we're going to get a reversal. So when you see that they're both purple, it looks like there's just one RSI, this means get ready for a reversal, right? And the opposite is true, like when they're together and they're both blue, that's telling you get ready for a reversal, right? So I like to see them tight when I'm looking to enter a trade. So if I see a divergence and I see the RSIs are tight together, like they were like right here, that's a good entry signal for me. Or also right here, like that's kind of a good entry signal. The two RSIs are kind of close together. If they're spread apart, it doesn't mean I won't take a trade, but it means I'm not looking for as big of a move in general, right? But again, all these things, like when it comes to getting confirmation for entering a trade, we have to be, and the more experienced you are, the more you can do this in your head on the spot. But it's a game of probabilities, right? We're putting a whole bunch of things together. We're basically building a case. We're bringing forth our evidence for why we're entering into a position. And we're weighing the elevating factors against the deprecating factors. If there are like 7 reasons why we should long and 3 reasons why we shouldn't long, then that's we have a score of 7 out of 10 of going to the long, right, using good risk management. But if we only see one or two things, like, you know, if just because RSIs are close together and there's a red dot doesn't mean we should short, right? You need to have, first of all, a level of support or resistance that you're looking to trade. And then you have to have reasons to get into a trade, like wait for the entry to present itself, whether that be a divergence or whether that be absorption on an order flow chart, or whether that be like a whole bunch of things, money flow, RSIs, momentum waves, all this stuff, right? So there's not like a one size fits all, but there are strategies that you can follow, especially if you're newer to trading. There are strategies you can follow that have a very, very high win rate, that are great for beginners, that I'd say, you know, you're not going to be scalping, you know, you're not going to be taking 10 trades a day. You might take like 10 trades a month on a good month, but you know it has a very high win rate. So, you know. How is Flopping Groper? I haven't talked to him in a while, but I hope he's doing well. Yeah, you do have to pay for Market Cipher. You have to pay for it. I have an affiliate link if you want to use it, but I'm pretty sure BitBoy has a juicier... I don't think I have a discount, but I think BitBoy has a discount. But, you know, to each their own. Ron Wild says the crash is coming. Shout out to Juan Vasquez. Shout out to Draco TV, who usually enters on the third wave. So, Shaira Flores thinks they're going to dump it again. Interesting, interesting. Shout out to Lane Hughes. Scotty Don't Pee. Oh, Scotty Don't Pee, you asked me the question. Shout out to Crypto Pumpit. Yep. Little Fib Casper, he's doing good. He is doing good. Thank you for asking. Can I do a farming video? You know what? I am going to start. I was thinking of doing some homesteading content, guys, because times are getting tough, man. And there are little steps people can take to become more self-sufficient. I did make a video about it in the spring, how to be more self-sufficient. But I might make some more content about it. I might have to make a new channel for it, because people don't come here to watch me harvest crops. They come here for the TA. So maybe I'll make a farming channel. Perhaps. Oh, CryptoFace gave a 25% discount today on Market Cipher. Okay, cool. All right, so Min K's been a VIP member for 3 days and doesn't know where to start. All right, so here's where you should start. Go to the new member Discord section and check out this welcome video, and this will tell you where everything is. But in general, if you're new, the discussion channels are like over here where it says like beginner. These are just general discussion channels. The advanced channels, these you can only post in if you are a really good trader that's been vetted by our myself and our mods, right? And so the advanced channels are read only, except for really good traders. This is where like the people who actually know what they're talking about post their charts, post their trade setups, post their TA. My TA is always in the channel that says Jason Casper, right? This is where I post my TA. And then the trade setups I'm looking for are down here where it says trade setups for Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, and that's pretty much it. So if you're just looking for the TA, stay in the advanced channels, stay in the Jason Casper channels, and if you just want to joke around and post memes as well as take trades, the beginner channels are where we discuss stuff, right? So we post TA in here, but we also joke around. You know, that's what makes it fun. And I guess you can't really see what I've been showing this whole time, so that's a bummer, right? So come to Discord, go to new member Discord section, watch this video. It will explain everything. It will explain everything. Yeah, sorry guys, didn't show the Discord there. Didn't show it. Yeah. If you join, check out this video. This goes over everything. For the VIP live streams, the VIP live stream schedule is right here, and we're going to be implementing more also. But we post the live streams. Myself, Boyan does streams. White Phoenix is going to start doing live streams as well. And the advanced TA channels, these are the read-only ones, except for really good traders. And if you want to become one of the ones that post in here, just hit us up and we'll follow your TA and see if you know what you're talking about. But then the Jason Casper channels, those are where like I post all my stuff. Yeah, let's see if we get some. You know, what do we have? 2 hours now. We have 2 hours until the pump. What is an order block and how do you identify them? So an order block, in my mind, is this. It's if you have a big move in one direction and then you have like an inconsistency. So let's see if we can find a good example of that. So right here, I would consider this to be an order block right here. Okay, because we have this big move to the downside, and then all of a sudden we have this blue candle, and then we continue with purple. So this is telling us, you know, if we come back to this area, that's an area of resistance right here. And you know, it also helps if we find other areas of confluence here. And actually, there are other areas of confluence here as well. That's how I would identify an order block. And you can use multiple, you know, different time frames for them. But really, when you think about it, it's pretty much the same thing as identifying areas of support and resistance on a chart. Because when we're looking for support and resistance on a chart, we're just looking, where did price find a sticking point, right? Where did price find a sticking point? And, you know, we could see, for example, right here, price found a sticking point, right? So maybe someone would call that an order block. Because we know when there's sticking points, that means there's volume that was there. It also usually means there's liquidity there. So those are things that we'd want to look for. Okay, so the data comes out in 2 hours. Okay, interesting stuff. What is going on with DXY? So DXY is pumping, and it's coming above a key level of resistance, right? And SPX is SPX now is getting a little bit coming a little but we do have a gap to the downside in SPX. Just be aware of that. Yeah, dollar is breaking out of 2002 resistance right now on the daily, so that's pretty crucial. This was a crucial level here. This was a crucial level. And you could see it was crucial. We came up, rejected, and now we're above. Yeah, so DXY has popped up, but so has the rest of crypto. Well, yeah, that's true. Typically, we see the inverse. I think as we're getting ready for this discussion, we might see some inconsistencies, and also sometimes the DXY will act as a leading indicator, as well as the SPX also acting as a leading indicator. But if we take a look in general here, I mean, yeah, we've gotten a big move to the upside, but we were trading in this crazy channel for so long here. What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that we could get a lot of volatility on DXY on these lower time frames. But, you know, throughout this entire just basically trading sideways for the dollar, you know, the dollar sideways, but the other assets are moving. So we don't know. Are we just going to trade sideways here again? Like, we don't know. You know, it might not be as volatile as it's looking here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What's going on, Desk Comp? And shout out to Crypto Yacht. And shout out to Dennis Guru, Market Casper B. I like that. Shout out to Tom Crown. Yeah, hype the like button. Shout out to Tom Crown. How's it going, bro? I'll bet you Tom Crown's going live for the actual data release. Make sure to check it out. You probably are going live, right, bro? What's my take on the FOMC meeting? I think we're going to have volatility, and I think we need to just be looking at the levels that we have on the chart, right? I mean, that's where we're looking for trades at those levels. How do I do my TA first thing in the morning? I do top-down analysis, right? I start in the higher time frames, I mark out the major levels, and then I zoom in to the lower time frames, right? So this is the way I do it. So we're starting on a high time frame, like the daily and the 4 hour, and we're asking ourselves where are the main areas of resistance going to be, right? And so for me, major resistances are going to be up here. Major supports are going to be now down here. And so if we're looking for swing trades on the large time frames, these are the areas we would look. And then we zoom in more, right? We take a look at some volume and stuff like that. We ask ourselves where are those high volume nodes, where are those intermediate areas of support and resistance, mark those levels out. We know that this is a key area around 20.5 just because we can see clear support resistance flips, right? And we just keep zooming in and looking for those support and resistance levels, right? Come down lower and we might say, okay, you know, for the past few days, or even lower than that, right? On the 12-minute time frame, we could be looking for, you know, resistance here and support down here, you know, because we see areas of support and resistance, support resistance flips. That's how you're going to do it. And then we use a whole bunch of other tools as well. And we there's a 25% discount on the course. Goes over all that stuff. Shout out to everyone in the chat, by the way. Make sure to like the video, guys. We have 700 people in here, 750 people in here. If everyone likes the video right now, I'll do a $500 giveaway. If we get 750 likes, I'll do a $500 giveaway. And if we get 1,250 likes, I'll do a $1,000 giveaway. I don't think we're gonna get that, but I would love to give away $500 right now. That would be cool. That would be pretty dang cool. Alright, so we got our bounce from the golden pocket. We still haven't put in a higher high here. Let's see what happens. We're getting some 1-minute bullish candles here. You know. Wish I had a little bit bigger of a position for this long, but hey. Like I said, it's been struggle for me to get into a long here. But at least I have a good entry. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't be disappointed with this entry, guys. I really cannot. I'll be honest. That's a pretty good one. If we come lower, I'll be looking to potentially scalp this golden pocket as well at around 1920. 1920, what a great year. I remember when I was a kid growing up in 1920. We had no electricity in the house. We didn't have cars. It was a different time back then. It was almost like living on a different planet. I remember the winters would get so cold. My mom would take this thing. It was like a metal pan. And she would put hot coals from the fire in it. We put it under our mattress at night to keep us warm in the winter. And in the morning, we'd wake up. It was so cold. And the fireplace was downstairs. And that was the only source of heat we had. And so the bedrooms would get super cold, right? And so we would hang out pretty much around that fireplace. And it was tough. We had to go out there, you know, in the cold, in the snow, take care of the animals and stuff. And it was cold, let me tell you. But I'll tell you something else. Those homemade clothes we had back then were so much more durable than the crap you buy at Walmart today, right? I still have pants from back in the 20s. They still fit just as good. They haven't worn out. But, you know, I buy myself a pair of pants from Walmart, and they wear out in a week. Got holes in the crotch. Everyone's seeing the fib. The golden pocket, the point of control, the naked daily point of control. You know? Let's see, how many likes we got? 400 likes. We just lost about 100 people when I started talking about the farm. So, I guess that's kind of... My bad, y'all. Well, I guess those people didn't want $500, right? And they don't want to hear about a more simple time. They don't want to hear about a simple time back in the day. You know? Dang, that's a bummer. I thought I was famous for a second. Crypto y'all wants to smoke a doob. Yeah, that's true. Pants at Walmart today do come with holes in them. They do absolutely come with holes in them. And that's true, Daniel Bell. Yeah, see, this is proof, guys, that diet and exercise is the fountain of youth, right? I'm super old. I'm like 100-something years old. 102. Okay, so we're getting a move to the upside, guys. We're getting a move to the upside. No, White Phoenix does not have a YouTube channel. Dominique de Graaf, yeah, I mean, you might win the giveaway again. I do remember that you won the giveaway that other time. Things are starting to look a little bullish here on Market Cipher B. Let's see what's happening here. So we've had a lot of trades close out. We've had a decrease of open interest. Shout out to whoever gave a thumbs down. I guess you don't want $500. That's fine. That's fine. You know, I'm not offended. I'm not offended. I know why you dislike the video. It's because you're racist. Right. I'm telling you guys, it's tough to be a transgender, transracial, trans-incel lesbian. It's tough. People always giving you thumbs down. How do I pick a winner? For the Bitcoin giveaway, we do a random comment picker. I'll have you comment on one of my videos with your Bitcoin address or your Tether address, I guess, and I'll just send it to you. Yeah, Fuzzy says DXY is moving up with Bitcoin. That's how I know the markets are. I can't say that cuss word live on TV. I'll lose my license. How come I can't see the dislike? Well, because, you know, YouTube understands that it might hurt somebody's feelings if their video gets disliked, so they remove the dislikes. Only I can see, right? Only I can see. Honestly, the real reason I think YouTube removed the dislikes is because everyone was disliking all the, like, mainstream crap that YouTube plays now. Like, you know, MSNBC and all that crap. People, like, would troll and dislike, and so they, like, turned off the comments and they, like, turned off the dislikes. I don't know. You know, censorship is a tough game, guys. It's a tough game. But give it enough time and enough education and enough injections, and the people will be dumb in no time. Give it another generation or two, then they won't have to worry. You know, get them drinking that New York City tap water. Can we do Carl's Maserati giveaway? You know, I lost the Carl from the Moon video. I lost my intro video. I need to get these things back. I can't believe I lost that Carl from the Moon video. Let me see if I can find it while we're waiting for this price action to play out. Let's see if I can find that Carl from the Moon video. That was a real gem. Hang on, what is going on? Huh, I guess you guys can't see anything when I do that. That's weird. That's super weird. Oh, I got it, guys. I got it. All right. I guess that's not it either. That doesn't talk about the movie. Jason and Carl go to McDonald's. Yeah, me too. Fluoride is also my favorite flavor of water. Yeah, I love fluoride in water. It makes me stupid and docile. Do I trade ETH? I sometimes do. Let's take a look at ETH, actually. Let's take a look at XRP. So XRP, guys, respecting the levels, right? Let's just take some time to appreciate XRP getting a rejection perfectly from that daily level that we were looking at just this week on stream, right? We've been looking at these levels. We were looking at the weekly, boom, move down. We were looking at the daily, boom, move down. Next level for XRP, 44 to 45 cent golden pocket, daily resistance. You know, if we continue this uptrend, I wouldn't. This is the place to look for Schwartz, for Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, let's check out Ethereum. All right, so ETH bouncing from support. This is the daily time frame. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, so ETH found perfect support on our support, the golden pocket. I know this is kind of a sloppy chart here, guys. This is kind of a sloppy chart. This is super slop. Let me clean this up a little bit. Yeah, so this is ETH. And we found support on the golden pocket, rejected from value area low, retest of the 618, and not only retest of the macro 618, but also bouncing off the local golden pocket. So for me, I mean, for ETH to show a sign of strength, we need to come above value area low, which is at about 1375. And then if we can do that, the next major resistance is like the 1572 area. Right, because the 1572 area, we have the high volume node, we have the golden pocket, we also have some other areas of resistance here, and then we have our macro golden pocket at like 1750. So I mean, these are like, if we hold this support here, major resistance number 1, 1600, major resistance number 2, 1750, but then really, major resistance is coming in up here, where we have this box that says noise resistance. We have so much confluence up here, so much up here, that this could make for a very juicy short. Now this is a big zone, right? It's basically 2100 all the way up to like 2350, but it's there's just so much confluence up there. That would be pretty nice. At least for me, for a short. I mean, if we're going to get another move down, we might not. Because ETH is pretty, you know, I don't know what's going on with the merge. We did find really key support down here, a retest of this resistance, you know, the 1260 area, 1300 area. But something that really intrigues me is the ETH Bitcoin chart, right? The ETH Bitcoin chart, which, I don't know what the heck is going on here. Yeah, the ETH Bitcoin chart is looking very interesting because I don't know what this merge is going to do to ETH against the dollar, but it does have the ability to cause the ETH Bitcoin pair to really go crazy. And you know, ever since the top of the bull market this cycle, we've basically been consolidating in this channel, but holding key support at the golden pocket, right? Which to me is a bullish sign. The fact that we are holding this support here, we've been trading in this sideways range. This is Ethereum against Bitcoin. But the fact that we've come down here, bounced off the golden pocket, that's a sign of strength to me. I do think that we could really have a break to the upside. And if we do, I mean, we're talking of our ETH, you know, from the break of this channel, at least another 30% against Bitcoin, potentially hitting close to those highs. So we might see like a Bitcoin being worth like one ETH being like, you know, 150,000 Satoshis, right? 0.15 Bitcoin or something, which would obviously make it perform well also against the dollar, because we wouldn't be able to see the value of. I mean, it really depends on how the markets are, but in general, we're not going to see the Ethereum Bitcoin pair go up like crazy and not also see ETH go up like crazy, unless Bitcoin decides to dump like crazy and ETH stays the same, which I find unlikely. I find very unlikely. So. Rafito says, I advertise Market Cipher well. Well, hey, man, maybe CryptoFace should give me more of a commission, Should hit him up. We should sign a petition called the Commission Petition, right? We're fighting for the transracial, transgender, trans-incel lesbians who feel that the commission isn't fair for them, right? We're going to fight the power. Shout out to Make Nice HKB says this pump is worse than calf day. There is no calf day in the Jason Casper household, guys. Only chest and biceps only. Chest and biceps only. No legs, especially not calves. Come on, guys. Come on. Calves? You guys know I don't train calves. Does it look like I train calves? Come on. Of course not. Of course I don't train calves. Chest and biceps only. Don't even know what a squat is. Never even squatted before in my life. Yeah, that's true. ETH was a buy the rumor, sell the news with the merge. But I do think the merge is bullish long term. I do. But speaking of that, guys, I do have to head out. I got stuff to do. But I'm sure Tom Crown will be live for the volatility. But that being said, guys, I do pray that all of you are very blessed in the name of Jesus the Messiah. I know not everybody's religious, but for me, I derive purpose in life from my relationship with God through Jesus the Messiah. And so I just pray that everybody is very blessed in many ways. And so receive this blessing in Hebrew, my favorite language. The purpose of this blessing is that the Creator God would place His name upon you and bless you. And it goes like this: Yevarechecha Adonai, v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai panav alecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom, b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel. In English, that means, may the Lord bless and protect you. May He shine light upon you. May He have grace upon you. And may He turn His face towards you and give you wholeness and peace. In the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. See you guys in the next one. Peace.